If we take a look at time and culture, we can see architecture evolving little by little, being influenced by traditions, stylistic trends, and advancements in technology. Today, we will be talking about the main architectural styles that have developed in Europe. This video will be the first of a three-part video series. Before we begin this video, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and now let us dive in. Classic architecture. Classic architecture was predominantly used in Greece and Rome. One of the greatest examples of classic architecture is the Parthenon in Athens. Some of the main characteristics of classic architecture are symmetry, order, proportion, and perspective. Three types of orders were used in classic architecture: the Ionic, Doric, and Corinthian. Marble is widely used in classic architecture. People are usually surprised to know of the use of concrete in classic architecture. The ancient Romans' concrete consisted of a mix of volcanic ash, and this gave it a durability that has helped some of these structures survive the test of time. Examples of classic architecture include the Parthenon in Greece, the Pantheon, and the Colosseum in Rome. In 330 CE, Constantine moved the capital of the Roman Empire to Constantinople in Byzantium, which is now known as Istanbul in Turkey. During that period, Roman architecture evolved into a graceful, classically inspired style. Byzantine architecture utilizes brick instead of stone, and some of the most common features of Byzantine architecture are domed roofs, elaborate mosaics, and classical forms. Byzantine architecture blended Eastern and Western traditions in holy buildings. The most elaborated characteristic of Byzantine architecture is the central dome that eventually rose to the new heights with Middle Eastern technology. One of the most prominent examples of Byzantine architecture is Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. Romanesque architecture. Romanesque architecture is a style of medieval Europe. This architectural style is characterized by a certain heaviness. Thick and heavy piers, narrow windows, stained glass, semicircular arches, and towers. Christianity in the medieval period was the driving force of this architectural movement, and most of the constructions under this movement were churches or castles. Examples of Romanesque architecture include the Durham Cathedral in England and the Cathedral of Pisa in Italy. Gothic architecture. Gothic architecture originated in France, where builders were starting to adopt the Romanesque style. New ways of building meant that the architecture could be higher and more open. Gothic architecture is characterized by pointed arches, flying buttresses, and dripped vaulting. Gothic cathedrals are distinguished with their high vaulted ceilings and their openness to allow sunlight through large stained glass windows. Ornamentation was widely used in Gothic architecture. One of the ornamentation elements used are gargoyles. The Renaissance. After the fall of the Roman Empire in the 4th century, the incredible art and ideas of the Roman Empire were lost for some time. Their rediscovery, along with the Islamic and Persian innovations, the Renaissance was born in the 12th century. The Renaissance started in Florence, Italy, the birthplace of the Roman Empire. The Renaissance is characterized by a return to the classic architecture of Greece and Rome and the early birth of individualism. Architecture of the Renaissance is characterized by its perfection, symmetry, geometry, and proportion. Columns are orderly arranged and gardens have formal landscapes. Arched openings are used, as well as hemispherical domed, vaulted ceilings, and stone flooring. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next video where we will be diving into the European architectural styles that came to be after the Renaissance period. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to Archanime for more content like this.